We continue with the Fear Fest Junior on the European side. Nass taking down Moxie has Nupo in his lower bracket run. Chat, here we go. Nupo and Nass. A matchup we had earlier. A quick rematch and an opportunity for Nass to regain. Or will it be rematches the rest of the way? Of course, we did have Nass and Drally play recently, so I guess a lot of these are rematches, but I think it's good matches. I think these guys are the best performing 1v1ers right now. So you're getting the juiciest of juicer 1v1 content. Nupo, of course, if he wins, gets his rematch against Drally, but needs to beat him twice if he wants to win the tournament. And the Middle East and North African players have eliminated the European contingent in Moxie. Nupo, a long shot to go up 2-0. We saw Nass playing really quickly at the end of the last game. It was such a remarkable difference between the way that everything was played before. All of a sudden, Moxie and Nass absolutely going full speed at every moment. This game already slowing down a little bit. Part of that, surprisingly, because of Nupo. Nupo backing off the ball, allowing Nass to play this at a more controlled pace. To bring this ball down to the ground. Nass not going to go to the wall to air dribble, just going to use the ceiling to fall off of. Nupo does a good job of covering the options. Threatens high with the in and out save. Makes Nass want to try and find a way to go low. Ultimately, confuses Nass enough into missing a shot. I mean, Nass, I say confuse, I'm not really sure what I'm looking for, but basically, Nass was trying to find out where he was going to be able to shoot and have success, and because it wasn't straightforward, he just ends up missing, but Nupo's going to give him his first goal. Nupo, reset, double! Is there anybody more exciting to watch when they're on their game than Nupo? Zen, yes. We know the answer to Zen is everything, okay? We don't need to hear the real answer. Nass getting pre-jumped by Nupo. He is going to turn this air dribble into one of his own. He did touch the ball too strong to really control it. But man, he immediately ended what could have been a possession for Nass by just flying up to intercept the chip. He said Nass does find his way back onto offense after Nupo having a few more opportunities. In and out of the net is Nupo. I don't think this is necessarily the most consistent way to defend how much Nupo has been wanting to go in and out, but he's done well with it so far. He ends up getting a solid save. Not only that, but because he's going in and out of the net, I'd say the biggest bonus is he's attacking out infield with a ton of pace, which means his clear is not only strong, but also he quickly can follow it up, which ends the possession. Whereas if you play it a little bit more passively and you're trying to make that, you know, shadowing while facing across the net type save, it's not as easy to put yourself immediately on offense as much as Nupo is doing right now. Nupo headed to his back corner, a little camera check to see if Nass is going to come to meet him. And because he saw Nass there, it looks like he's decided to go the full distance of the field, but lost the dribble there late and could not pre-flip in front of the play. So despite Nupo doing well to keep himself on offense the vast majority of the game, it is Nass within one. Just under 2 minutes to go. Nupo demoing Nass. We saw Nass using that kickoff a ton towards the end of the Moxie game. That slight delay wave dash kickoff. Nupo showing that his breakneck speed will counter it just by demoing. Nupo, this long shot should be on target. Nupo trying to make sure Nass is forced into net immediately. Oh, he missed his follow-up. He's going to give himself a take the shot. No, my bad. Wait. What? And then the Nupo's going to pull off this crazy stunt to follow it up. Nobody's quicker with the self-roast than Nupo. Nass, the air dribble bump. It's a bit high anyways. Was able to use the crossbar to save it. 0-50 from Nwpo. Nupo's got the edge and everything. Nass shadowing. Doesn't get to get a full turn on the ball. Has to try and side flip through it. Which I think leads to Nwpo being able to guide it out to the midfield. And into a position where he can make a play. Nass, bounce dribble. Trying to get Nwpo to panic in nets, but he actually stayed perfectly calm, and it was Nass who panicked. That is such a funny reversal of roles. All those fakes, everything he was doing. Normally defenders in those situations freak out. But once the ball actually got to the goal line, it was Nass who freaked out and dove over the top of the ball. And Nwpo, the Giga Chad, stays calm and collected. Nass, a nice pogo. Unfortunately, it might be wasted on this game that is unreachable, or out of reach, I should say. Needs 3 straight kickoffs. It was not luck, chat. I saw someone instantly say luck in chat. I don't know if you haven't watched these top players, but trust me when I say that Nass did not accidentally fall down perfect diagonal, like front left of his car to back left of his car, pop the ball over the top of Nwpo. It was very intentional and 0% luck. Nass, little double reset for the road. Looks like no. Game number 1 in favor of Nwpo. Nass was going to need a bit of regain after a couple days ago, and it's not looking like it's there, at least not yet. Everything's played today. We're going to play it all the way out to the end. Game 2. It's hard to imagine that a Nwpo playing as well as he has today is a Nwpo that also lost in the winners finals. Though he technically didn't do that today, but I think he's still playing about as effectively. He's just Drally. He's a pop-off machine. Nass, is this the first lead he's seen? Because I think we saw Nwpo scoring early in the first game and never really giving it back. Nass on the first possession puts himself in a position that he hopes to hold on to the rest of the game, but he has Nwpo attacking him from the air. We actually watched it from Nass's perspective. He was able to read where Nass was placing that. Now he's going to attack the other way. The fake. Nwpo has the read on that. Nwpo, he is not letting anything through. Couple fakes, but ultimately does leave the possession. Nwpo denied on the start of his dribble. Nass could not control this ball though. Now Nwpo at ceiling height. He's going to double it off the ceiling on his way there. But Nass does recover. Potential bounce dribble. Nass cutting Nwpo back and forth, but it doesn't matter. He has made all the right decisions in defense and has himself a possession now. Double jump bump. All reliable. We'll put him on the board. Nwpo first to the midfield. Nass assists him on the setup. He wants the goal line 50. I think I mentioned this. Nupo was playing just a couple days ago. There was a moment when Nupo was just farming those air dribbles to 50s on everybody. He's very clearly gone away from it in this tournament so far. Nice save off the inside wall. Nass tried to place it as far away as possible too, and didn't matter. Nass the camera check. See that Nupo is going to try and dive on the ball. But we see him dribble this full distance. Not a great first touch onto the wall, but it's going to work out. What is this? Nass. I think he feels lucky to be able to score from this position. He wanted some kind of air dribble. Nupo was thinking about defending it from the ceiling. We saw him go onto the ceiling and back off, and ultimately never makes a play on the ball. And Nass finds himself rolling one in for the lead. Nupo's going to immediately tie it right back up, though. Standard kickoff for both. Nass trying to push the ball right. Lost out to Nupo, maybe a bit too square on the center of the ball. So Nass will go back to his wave dash. Nupo, there's an air dribble 50. Not exactly in the style we talked about before, but still, it's all the same as Nass trying to pre-jump the dribble, expecting the ball to be sent a bit higher. Nupo set up from the back corner. I love the way he dances with the ceiling. Multiple dribbles now. Seems like he's trying to keep it as high as possible throughout the whole dribble, which makes sense when he's starting him from as far away as he is. But Nass is right there with him. Nupo recovering, flipping away twice on low boost, and then wanting to turn and challenge. He, by his own accord, sent himself far away from the play. It's fake from Nass. We'll see if it pays off, I guess. Nupo didn't have the read on it, but it doesn't seem like it's going to give Nass a favorable position. Nice demo. Can he get back to get this save, or is the ball just going to fall in? I think it is. Nass recognized that he was getting the ball chipped over him, so he said, screw it. I'll just go bump Nupo, and then maybe I'll go figure it out later. But no, you won't. The ball will just slowly bounce in. Nass off the ceiling and down to the nets. Sees Nupo, who has been looking for ceiling challenges all day today when Nass takes to the air dribbles. A long distance for him to fall to try and make that save. Nass. Hard touch as he tries to capitalize on Nupo being low on boost. As he gains possession here, he knows Nupo's in a tough position, so he looks to play the ball to the net as quick as possible. I thought Nupo would stick around. I thought he would get the first save but be forced into net with 0, and then Nass could go from there. Instead, Nupo decided he thought he could get 100 right away, which just means easy goal for Nass. Nupo backing off on the shadow allows Nass to get to the carry. His flick wide of the net, although Nupo is going to get credited with a save for it. And the soft flick, honestly not bad. I don't think he was really going to be able to find a way to score from that position anyways, although he did just give the ball up and gave Nupo a goal. Trying to, I think, flip and tap the ball up high with the tail end of his car, then grab boost, turn around on the back wall and make a play on it. That was probably the play. But because the first touch doesn't connect, it just means wide open net. Nupo so good at covering the 50s, but actually not enough. Nass set this up in the bottom left corner, such that even though Nupo got a pretty good angle on this save, it's still into the top right. That's a crucial goal with 35 seconds. That gives Nass the lead and the ability to play accordingly here. If he wants to try and force Nwpo into some bad decisions, he is just going to take an air dribble. And he feels only partially committed to it as he quickly falls down to the ground. Now, what can he make happen here in this back corner? You've seen Nass in a few of these late game scenarios trying to convert on wins, and that might be the best way to do it. A demo on Nupo means he's going to be diving back to him, and if he doesn't, he's just going to lose the game, and that's what Nass says. Hey, man, if you're not going to dive, then I get the win. And that he does as he ties the series 1-1 at best of 5. Nass putting himself on the board. He was able to do this last time, though, that he played Nupo. He couldn't find it in the latter half of the series. He's going to find himself down early again. I think we've actually seen the player who scored first win both games. Will that be the case again? Will be if Nupo keeps up this pace. He's just scoring on every single kickoff. Nass. A quick reverse camera to see where Nupo's at. If he's chasing him down, nice use of the resets. Nass from the corner drops it over the top of Nupo, who is trying to play defense with 12 boost. Nass, oh my goodness, just fought into the corner to steal the 100. I don't think Nupo even thought he had to worry about that. That's a great save. Pretty smart placement from Nass to go bottom right with Nupo on the back wall, but Nupo's flip control so good that he's able to make sure the nose of his car clips that save. Nass demoed. Nupo going to try and take a quick shot. Does decide to slow it down as he feels Nass had respawned quick enough. Nass did well enough to give himself 100 boosts, and then nothing comes of the follow-up from Nupo. So now he's attacking the other way. The flicks haven't quite been there from Nass, so he's not going to go for a flick. He's going to go for an air dribble bump. Another option on one of those straight carries. Nupo cannot make it to finish off this kickoff win, but does have the back corner boost and the advantage. Trying to go for a low dribble, which I think costs a ton of boost for not a great opportunity. Does stay on offense, though, and this opportunity is a lot better. Nupo bumping Nass in the process. The least cringe air dribble bump you've ever seen, right, chat? Please tell me this one is not cringe. Nupo, really smart play. Nass is thinking, as Nupo approaches the ball here, that he is going to collect it and maybe start a dribble, make the play from there instead. Nupo lets it bounce past him, turns around, and booms the long shot right off the bounce. Nass got Nupo up in the air with the fake. Can he get the low 50? No, Nass has not been able to break through Nupo's defense, even when he's put the best of fakes on target. Nupo has been the difference in this series so far. Just some magnificent saves from really good positions of Nass. Nass forced to use a little bit of boost he was able to pick up off the kickoff just to take this ball out of a scoring position, but yeah, he should be able to follow this up. Thought there was a chance that he got a bad post bounce. Nass passed to himself to start this air dribble. Actually a really good setup, but Nupo aggressive challenge off the back wall. Takes advantage of Nass slightly losing control there for a moment. One of these guys have been able to really get the other to panic and low 50 their way to victory. Nass did a great job covering the net there and is rewarded with a pass from Nupo. Pre-flips the ball off the sidewall. Maybe he was hoping that that was going to hit a different part, pop up or something. Certainly what he got was not the ideal play. Nass now reset, won't use it. Too committal of a play. Not close to the net, I believe. Especially when the low 50 isn't the end of the world either. Nass booming the ball full field. Decides to play it into the corner. As Nupo missing, and he's going to start a boost starvation possession, or at least he wants to start one. Nupo stays max speed without any boosts to work with. And he's able to make it a goal of his own. As soon as you think you've slowed down Nupo just because he doesn't have boost, that is when he punishes you. This man is at max speed at all times. Nass still in striking distance. More than just striking distance. Right here with him. Nupo wasn't sure if he was going to go all the way to the back corner, as that ball was right in the middle of a position that Nass could take away if he left, but was able to get the back corner and his air dribble. Nass stopped him. Nass really wanted the 100 boost. Nupo kind of showed the demo, gave Nass an opportunity to bail if he wanted to, but Nass said, no, it's worth the risk. I'm going to try and beat him. But he got demoed, and maybe he knew what he was doing, because shortly after, he was able to beat Nupo in the midfield, holding his car back, getting those front wheels on the ball while Nupo is carrying it with his nose, just not a position he can fight that 50. Nass cannot connect. Nupo's going to do it all in the air. He probably could fall to the ground. He had that amount of time with how far Nass flew past the play. It was a high dribble, so it's not the wrong idea for Nass to try and challenge from the ceiling. 55 seconds, I expected that slight delay kickoff from Nass. I've never seen somebody flow that far to the side wall, though, off of it. Nupo, I thought he had the save. He has been tough to beat in nets all day long. And I thought he was about to show that again, despite the really solid placement, but I think Nupo needed a bit of a different flip. If he had stayed pointed towards the direction of the save instead of turning essentially away from it like he did. He's going to follow up for a kickoff goal right away, though. Single jump up into wave dash. Nupo with 30 seconds. Will he play his lead at all? What is he going to do? Takes a slow dribble. Nass goes flying underneath it. Nass was playing aggressive. And it looks like he's going to have to play from behind unless he gets a couple of miracle kickoffs here in order to send this one to overtime. This might be the first of the miracle kickoffs if he can slot it. It's just a bit high, and Nupo able to escape. The ball bouncing too far off the back wall for Nass to be able to easily control it. At this point, the game is over. Nupo will get another goal for the road, though. 10-7. And I guess in theory, 12 seconds is enough, but it would be quite the choke for the Saudi Arabian. Nass trying not to let the series end the way it did on Thursday, but it's looking like it might, with Nupo up 2-1. Game number 4. Did Nass switch his decal? When did he get off of the arrows? Was that only a single game against Moxie? If the trend continues of whoever scores first wins, and you have your answer for who's advancing in this series, as Nupo, 12 seconds in, scores again. Nass letting the ball fall all the way into the net before making the save. Nupo trying to connect on another bump. Nass has had a pretty good opportunity if he could find his way around the ball. Now he has to dodge Nass's demo attempts. Late flip into the net. Nupo keeps missing off the crossbar or backboard. So Nass still alive, not down 2 just yet. This is still going to be Nupo possession. This time attacking from distance all the way across the field through the air, and the fake is covered by Nass. A bounce right back to Nass. That was a beautiful bounce for him. There are a lot of different ways the ball comes off the wall there, and in a majority of them, I feel like Nupo's going to be able to challenge, but with the ball popping that far off the wall right back to Nass, he is able to win the race. Nupo using up 50 boost just to catch and set up this play. Nass going for a miracle shot here. Will he get it? He wants a double. He dropped it in. Nass with big risk comes big reward. Nupo wasn't even entertaining the idea of having to defend against this double, because if Nass doesn't put it on target or happens to miss it, it is a free goal the other way. Nass again through the air. The reset. We've seen this from him a ton. This is starting to become a more signature Nass shot. He takes this air dribble off the side wall, gets the reset, and uses it to fall onto the opposite side of the ball, and then boom, his shot back to the other post. And almost always, that defender is going to have creeped far enough out to leave a window open, because how can you not? It is a menacing dribble. Nass just barely not able to make it 4-1. Had the kickoff win, and he is getting baited into staying around this ball. I think that might end up being a mistake for him, because Nupo is so effective on the counter and with 100 boost. And yeah, it's going to be a goal. So I think all of that came from Nass really wanting his goal. He missed, crossbar down. Nupo chipped it towards the net, and Nass was like, wait a second. Could I maybe dunk him? Do I have a chance? Should I stay in? And he decided to stay in. And that was it. That was when he had gotten scored on, essentially. Because he needed to get a better position. He needed to get more boost. And he traded both of those things for a desperation goal attempt. Now it's Nupo tying it up 3-3. Nass. A late flick. Nupo on the back wall. Not going to be able to easily make a challenge from there on this low dribble. Nupo backflipping out of this 50 to stay in a good position for the follow-up. Nass has to be careful. That is a touch that is going to be very quickly countered. But he was aware. He had already pre-jumped in preparation for Nupo's long shot. Nupo still able to get a goal as Nass brings that dribble to the ground and gets it taken away from him. Nupo trying to pin Nass back. What a save by Nass. Nupo trying to sneak it behind him. But Nass able to backflip to pop it up. Problem Nass has not done well in getting the right reads on when to challenge Nupo. Thought he could turn back in towards the play despite being at low speed. Nupo collects and flicks quickly. I think that's the difference. If Nass thinks that he's not going to be as smooth with his control on that second touch, that's the world where that turn-in challenge makes sense. Nass trying to box out and stay in front of Nupo. Has him now on low boost. Flick to the backboard. Nupo won't be able to affect that. Does pre-jump this and actually just scores off of it. Nass not expecting Nupo to go as all in as he did. That high of a jump at 12 boost just to pre-jump to cover his shot is a fairly committal defensive play. If Nass sees it coming, there's a good chance the punish is not so tough, but Nupo, he knew what was actually going to happen. He knew Nass would not back off of that chip shot. Now a minute 30. 2-goal lead. And on the verge of a repeat scoreline. Nass seemed like a missed first touch as he tried to start his dribble. From the back corner, Nupo forced down to the ground as Nass threatens the save high from the ceiling. Nupo misses, but he's going to have a way faster recovery as Nass just sent himself flying to the midfield. That goal, very likely the game-securing goal. The way it's been going, I feel like that moment was the moment that momentum needed to switch back in favor of Nass. He has a chance here, but Nupo able to save the top corner placement. Nass, air dribble, absolutely needs everything at this moment. Goes for the late musty. Almost looked like he was going to pogo it for a second because he let his car fall all the way to the ground. And Nupo, he wants his win. He wants his rematch against Drally. And he is not going to bring the ball to Nass. He's going to try and force him to take it, and then only then will he play it past him. It's going to be a match win. Oh my goodness, what a save. That doesn't really change the end result, though. It is going to be a match win for Nupo. 8-5, another 3-1. Has to win 2 straight now against Drally. If he wants the $1,000, Drally put himself in a great spot, but Nupo playing well today. Can he do it? Nass, pogo for the road? No, Nupo's not going to let him have it. GG's as we head to the grand finals.